Hello everyone, I am Anjali Chauhan and you are watching One Academy videos. Here we are covering History MCQ series topic wise on our YouTube channel and the source is Class 6 NCERT History. So please join the Telegram channel that is One Academy where you can ask your doubts related to any topic of history. And also please subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon too which will notify you earlier for the next videos. As I already told you that Vani Mehra ma'am is the best educator at Unacademy Plus and she is covering various GS courses on Unacademy Plus for UPSC Civil Services exam. So please don't waste your time. Just use this referral code Vani Mehra. By using this referral code, you can avail up to 10% discount on your Unacademy Plus subscription. So today's topic is Mauryan Empire, Part 1. And in this topic we will cover the 10 questions related to Mauryan Empire. And as I already told you that the source is class 6 NCERT history. So moving towards the questions. Question number 1. The founder of the Mauryan Empire was A. Bindusar, B. Ashok, C. Chandragupta Maurya, D. Chanakya. Now, according to you, answer the question in the comment section. So, the correct answer here is C. Chandragupta Maurya. The Mauryan Empire was a geographically extensive Iron Age historical power founded by Chandragupta Maurya, which dominated ancient India between 322 CE and 187 BCE, more than 2300 years ago. So this is the information that I collected from the class 6 NCERT, which from where the question has been framed out. Question number 2. Who among the following is the author of the book Arthashastra and is written in which language? So the correct answer here is, the options are Vishakadatt Sanskrit, B. Chanakya Sanskrit, C. Chanakya Prakrit, D. Chanakya Pali. So according to you, what's the answer? So the correct answer here is B. Chanakya Sanskrit. Here is the information. The Arthashastra is the ancient book on statecraft, economic policy and military strategy written in Sanskrit. And Chanakya is also called as Kautilya or Vishnugupta. यहाँ से भी क्वेश्चन आ जाता है, तो ये भी आपको याद रखना है. And this is the extra information. Chanakya is considered the pioneer of the field of political science and economics in India, and his work is thought of as important precursor to classical economics. Question number 3. Consider the following statements. First, the Avesta book contains teaching of the Iranian prophet Zoroaster. Second, Zoroastrians migrated from Iran and settled down in India, were the ancestor of today's Parsis. Now select the correct answer according to the codes given below A, B, C and D. So according to you, what's the answer? Just type the answer in the comment section. So the correct answer here is C, both 1 and 2. Let's see the information. Zoroaster was an Iranian prophet and the teachings were contained in a book called the Avesta. The language of the Avesta and the practices described in it are very similar to those of the Vedas. And the basic teachings of Zoroaster were contained in the maxim good thoughts, good words and good deeds. So यहाँ से भी एक क्वेश्चन बन सकता है. And for more than 1,000 years, Zoroastrians was a major religion in Iran, and later some Zoroastrians migrated from Iran and settled down in the coastal town of Gujarat and Maharashtra. And they were the ancestor of today's Parsis. So from the first paragraph we can say the first statement goes correct, and from the last paragraph we can say the second statement goes correct. So both the statements are correct here. So the correct option here is C. Question number 4. Consider the following statements. First, when members of the same family became rulers one after another, the family is often called a dynasty. Second, the Mauryas were a dynasty with three important rulers: Chandragupta, his son Bimbisar, and Bindusar's son Ashok. So now select the correct answer using the code given below. A, B, C and D. So according to you, what's the answer? So the correct answer here is A, one only. Why? Because when members of the same family become rulers one after another, the family is often called a dynasty. It is correct. So first statement goes correct here. But the Mauryan dynasty includes the three important rulers, that is Chandragupta, Bindusar and Bindusar's son Ashok. So what's the wrong? What Here you can see here in the second statement it is mentioned about his son Bimbisar, Chandragupta's son Bimbisar, but it is not correct. His son Bindusar. The correct name here is Bindusar. That's why the second statement goes incorrect here, and the correct answer here is first statement only, that is first option. And this is the extra information. The Maurya Empire was founded by Chandragupta Maurya in 321 BC, and the Bindusar was the son of Chandragupta. He succeeded his father in the throne, and Ashoka was one of the greatest ruler known to history, and he was the son of Bindusar. So this is the information related to this question. So the correct answer here is option A. So moving towards next question. Question number 5. Consider the following statements. First, the capital of Mauryan Empire was Patliputra. Second, the edicts of Ashoka has been found at present-day Pakistan, Afghanistan, Nepal and Bangladesh. Now select the correct answer using the code given below, A, B, C and D. So according to you, what's the answer? So the correct answer here is C, both 1 and 2. The Mauryan Empire, ruled by the Mauryan dynasty, was a geographically extensive and powerful political and military empire in ancient India. Originated from the kingdom of Magad in Indo-Gangetic plains of modern Bihar, eastern Uttar Pradesh and Bengal, the empire's capital was at Patliputra near modern Patna. Provincial capitals were Ujjain and Takshila. So यहाँ से भी कभी कभी क्वेश्चन आ जाता है कि एम्पायर की कैपिटल पाटलिपुत्र थी, बट प्रोविंशियल कैपिटल्स की अगर बात करें तो वो उज्जैन और तक्षशिला थी. And if we talk about edicts of Ashok have been found, then they were at Afghanistan in Kandahar and Lampaka, in Pakistan Mansehr and Shahbazgari, in Nepal Lumbini, and in Bangladesh Mazatlan. So according to this information, both the statements are correct here, and the correct option here is C. Question number 6. Consider the following statements about Mauryan Empire cities. So first, Ujjain was a gateway to the northwest. Second, Takshila lay on the route from north to south India. So according to the statements, find the correct answer here. So the correct answer here is D, neither 1 nor 2. Why? Because there were cities in the empire, and these included the capital Patliputra. As I already told you that Patliputra is the main empire capital, and Takshila and Ujjain were the provincial capitals, right? So according to that, Takshila was the gateway to the northwest. Here it is mentioned Ujjain was the gateway to the northwest. So the first statement goes incorrect here. And including Central Asia, while Ujjain lay on the route from north to south India, but it is mentioned here in the second statement that Takshila lay on the route from north to south India. So it is also incorrect here. So the correct answer here is Takshila was a gateway to the northwest, and Ujjain lay on the route from north to south India. So both these statements goes incorrect here, and the correct option here is D. Question number 7. Who was the great Greek historian who visited the court of Chandragupta? This is a very easy question. A. Herodotus, B. Megasthenes, C. Marco Polo, and D. Niccolo Conti. So according to you, what's the answer? So the correct answer here is B. Megasthenes. Megasthenes was an ambassador who was sent to the court of Chandragupta by the Greek ruler of West Asia named Seleucus Nicator. Now Megasthenes about Patliputra. Megasthene written some statements about Patliputra, that is modern Patna. So कभी कभी ऐसे भी क्वेश्चन आ जाता है, आपको यहाँ से एक या दो लाइन स्टेटमेंट दे दे और ये पूछे किसने, अकॉर्डिंग टू whom, ये स्टेटमेंट्स किसके अकॉर्डिंग है, फिर आपको ऑप्शन दे दे, तो आपको पता होना चाहिए. So this is the largest and beautiful city. It is surrounded by a massive wall. It is 570 towers and 64 gates. The houses of 2 and 3 stories are built of wood and mud brick, and the king's palace is also of wood and decorated with the stone carvings. It is surrounded with gardens and enclosures for keeping birds. So this is the extra information. So moving towards next question. Question number 8. Consider the following statement with respect to Mauryan Empire. First, Northwest was important for blankets. Second, South India was important for gold and precious stones. Now select the correct statement according to the codes given below, A, B, C and D. So according to you, what's the correct answer here? So the correct answer here is C, both 1 and 2. The Mauryas tried to control roads and rivers, which were important for transport, and to collect whatever resources were available as tax and tribute. And here you can see the extra information. For example, the Earthshastras tell us that the northwest was important for blankets, so it is correct. First statement goes correct here. And the South India for its gold and precious stones, so the second statement also correct here. And it is possible that these resources were collected as tribute. And tribute, what does it mean? Unlike taxes which were collected on a regular basis, tribute was collected as when it was possible from people who gave a variety of things more or less willingly. So this is the extra information, and the correct answer here is C, both 1 and 2. Question number 9. Consider the following statements. First, Kalinga is the Asian name of Bengal. Second, Ashoka fought a war to conquer Kalinga and gave up conquest after winning a war. Now select the correct answer using the code given below, A, B, C and D. So the correct answer here is B, 2 only. Kalinga is the Asian name of coastal Orissa. So the first statement goes incorrect here. अगर इससे भी ना याद रहे तो कालिंगा यूनिवर्सिटी है जो उड़ीसा में है, तो उससे भी याद रह सकता है कि कालिंगा यूनिवर्सिटी उड़ीसा में है, तो कालिंगा एशियन नेम बंगाल और किसी स्टेट का तो हो नहीं सकता, डेट्स वाई. Second, Ashoka fought a war to conquer Kalinga. However, he was so horrified when he saw the violence and bloodshed that he decided not to fight any more wars. And he is the only king in the history of the world who gave up conquest after winning a war. So this is according to this information, the second statement correct here, and the correct answer here is B. Last question. Consider the following statement about Ashoka's message. First, the Ashoka felt that traditional rituals were not useful. Second, it is both wrong to praise one's own religion or criticize another's. So now select the correct answer using the code given below, A, B, C and D. So the correct answer here is Ashoka's messages to his subjects. People perform a variety of rituals when they fall ill, when the children get married, when children are born, or when they go on a journey. These rituals are not useful. Useful practices being gentle, being with slave and servants, respecting one's elders, treating all creatures with compassion, and giving gifts to Brahmins and monks. So it is both wrong to praise one's own religion or criticize another's, and each one should respect the other's religion. If one praise one's own religion while criticize another's, one is actually doing greater harm to one's own religion. Therefore, one should try to understand the main ideas of another's religion and respect it. So according to that, both the statements are correct here, and the correct answer here is C. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe the channel, like the video and hit the bell icon too. Thank you very much.